What's up guys, Ryan here from Mudgunner. Today we're going to be talking about how I clean my Surefire suppressors. This was requested by one of you guys, so I figured we could do it today. The Surefire suppressor makes a great host for whatever clone rifle you might have. And speaking of clone rifles, if you guys watch my channel, on Friday I did a video rating your guys' viewer builds or showing off your viewer builds. And this Friday I am doing the same thing but on your clone rifles. And I'm looking for a few more submissions. So if that's something you'd like to participate in, check the comments down below, go watch Friday's video. And yeah, you guys could be in this Friday's video on your clone builds. And Angel, if you watch this video, you sent me an email about your build list, but you didn't send me any pictures. So I need pictures if you'd like to be in the video. And yeah, just go check that out. It should be pretty fun. And yeah, the Surefire suppressor makes a great host for clone rifles. So we got a URGI here, and then we got the SCAR 16. And if you're looking to support the channel, check out my website, atroxco.com. I'm trying to save up money for a vehicle this year because my car's not doing so hot. And if you buy a patch between now and the end of June, I will send you guys a free Brass Goblin sticker and a free Patch Rat sticker. So go check out my patch. It's this Patch Rat patch. It's a 4-inch Velcro PVC patch. Super sick. After shipping, it comes out to like 15 bucks, but you get all of this for that price. And if you buy any of my shirts, you'll get a free Mudgunner patch. So it'd be really cool if you guys would go support me that way. I've been getting orders out within the next business day. Got one out today in like 20 minutes. So trying my best, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and let's get into the video itself. So Surefire suppressor maintenance is honestly like very minimal. They get kind of stuck at times, but main thing is keeping your muzzle device pretty clean around the mounting area. This one's pretty dirty, and I'll show you guys a close-up. And then honestly, like, you get this brush with the Surefire suppressors, but I've never even used it. I just take like a patch, I'll spray some cleaner on there, wipe around in there, and I honestly clean the muzzle devices more than the internal of the suppressor. And Surefire suppressors, these are RC2s. I got the 7.62 Mini here, and then the RC2 5.56. You can't take it apart, so there's no like cleaning all the interior of the baffles. If you look in the manual, it tells you how to clean it. Again, it's just really just using this brush, scraping it out. If you want to soak it, they do CLR, so cleaner lime rust removal. You can soak it in that for 24 hours and then like rinse it with water. I don't plan on ever doing that. I mean, if it gets to the point where it's that bad, I've heard you can get your suppressor like de-leaded, or maybe you send it in, but those are like 40 to 50 plus thousand rounds that you might shoot through it before that happens. Because over time, your suppressor actually does gain mass. So let's say your suppressor starts at like 17 ounces when you first buy it. I don't know how much they actually weigh off the top of my head, but then let's say you shoot 40,000 rounds to it, it's no longer going to weigh 17 ounces. Over the years, you've built up lead and whatever other materials in there, so it's actually going to get heavier, and it's actually going to lose suppression once you're in those high round count ranges. But again, they're built to last. I don't see myself ever needing that. I mean, you figure 40, 50, 60,000 rounds, you'll probably buy another can at that point. So, but yeah, they are built to last, and honestly, basic maintenance is all you need. So I'm going to bring the camera closer, show you guys how I clean it, and let's get to it. All right guys, so I got my two RC2s here. This one's a 5.56, this one is the 7.62 Mini. Same size, just different bore diameters. So this one's rated for 30 caliber guns, but I mainly run it on a 5.56. I actually haven't ran it on any 7.62 yet. But yeah, cleaning wise is not gonna be too bad. Really, it's just wiping down. You'll notice it gets some carbon buildup. We'll see what the inside of the cans look like. I've had my 5.56 can for, I think, 2 years longer than this one. So let's see. You notice in there, it's honestly not terrible. And again, I just wipe it down. Depending on what muzzle device you use, they can build up carbon in different places. So you'll notice on this one, I mainly use a 3-prong or a 4-prong muzzle device, and it kind of creates like the lines in there from the suppressor or from the muzzle device. And then this one, again, I haven't had it as long, so not as bad in there. But yeah, the main thing I do is I'll just take some M Pro 7 cleaner, I'll spray it on a patch, and I'll wipe the inside down pretty well. But today we're actually going to just use these brushes that come with your Surefire can that I've never used before. So I'm going to just spray this pretty good in here. This is a water-based cleaner, so let's say you leave it, it's just going to evaporate. But just spray that in there, we'll let it sit for a sec. Same thing with this one. And yeah, we'll just let that sit for a sec. It's probably not going to break it down anytime soon, but while that's doing that thing, I'm going to show you guys my SCAR muzzle device here, because this one's pretty nasty. So you notice, the 3 prongs themselves are pretty gross, but I keep the mounting area pretty clean, because that is the main thing that you need to keep clean. I don't know exactly how it locks in here, but I just know it's important to keep your muzzle device clean because otherwise it does get stuck. And even this, like I try to wipe these down occasionally. It can be kind of tough, so depending on your muzzle device, you might use like a brass scraper or like the bronze brush, or I use like brass scrapers. You can just crush a piece of brass and it makes a good scraper because it's soft metal and you can just scrape all this crap off and it works out pretty well. And don't worry about any discoloration. Again, it's brass and your muzzle device is probably like a sort of steel, so it's not going to damage at all, but it will get a lot of that carbon off if you just sit here and scrape it for a little bit. So that's just something you can do to get rid of some of the buildup, and then if you spray some cleaner and wipe it down, it'll look better. But yeah, just that, or again, brass brushes work really well. So those are two options you have. And then, yeah, let's just start scraping this out. So I'm just gonna take what's provided from Surefire, and makes it pretty easy. See how much it actually gets off. And again, you're not going to clean inside your baffles. It's just not realistic for basic cleaning, and it's not required. So we'll take this nice clean patch and see how much we get out of there. I'm going to spray. Well, I don't need to spray. I'll just wipe. No dirty jokes. It's not terrible, but it's not a lot either. Take my flashlight and look in there. See if it looks any better. It's not looking great. It's not going to show you guys very clearly, but I think the main thing is really just this mounting area right there. But I really don't, I've never had to shoot mine off from it getting stuck. I will clean up in that area as well with just like a nylon brush. So stuff like these you can get in there. I'll like use the brass scraper for in here. Like you can get creative. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just anything to help maintain your suppressor, clean out the inside as best you can. But yeah, that was an insane amount. So, or it was not an insane amount. We'll do this one next. Again, I've never used this before, but it's not a bad thing. Take the same one, put it in here. What's crazy is your baffles don't start until like right up here, basically. So you got a lot of empty space here for your muzzle device. It's not bad. So you can probably go like a little harder at it than what I'm doing, but you get the idea. It's just like you don't have to go crazy hard. I mean, these are all nylon brushes. You don't need like any steel brush or any wire brush, anything like that. You can take the brass brush and kind of clean up right here if you want. Me shooting my Scar, it shoots gas on top of the suppressor because that's where the gas is escaping out the piston. So I'll take like nylon brushes like this, and I'll just sit here and I'll just scrape all the black carbon off because it'll just paint the top of this black. And if you let it sit long term, it will just kind of get caked on there. See, it's kind of right there, but yeah. I do try to keep them a little clean. They'll discolor over time from getting them hot and stuff like that. But besides that, I mean, that's, again, basic maintenance on the Surefire RC2 suppressors, and this works with other rifle cans as well. Main thing is just keeping the general mounting area clean and then your muzzle device clean enough to mount. Kind of wedging this in as an afterthought, but to clean the carbon right here and some of the tougher to reach spots, or not tougher to reach, tougher to like clean spots, again, you can just take that cleaner. This is just Empro 7, and then take a brass brush, like, or bronze brush, whatever you want to call it. It's not steel, so it's not going to destroy the finish at all or scratch the can. I just scraped this one once, but watch, I'll wipe this just for a little bit. And then we'll wipe it. You'll notice it comes out much cleaner, like right off the bat. And then we'll do the same thing on this one. This one I didn't scrape at all yet. And you might just repeat this like 2 or 3 times. I'm not crushing it hard, I'm just gently scraping. And it already looks a little better, and you'll see where it kind of builds up. But you get my point, just go little by little and you'll get it all off, especially if you're trying to keep it clean. And you can even kind of get in those like small nooks and crannies there. I know some people don't care about the cosmetics of their cans, but I try to make it look nice. So there we go. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. And again, go check out my video on how to get into this week's viewer builds, and it should be pretty fun. So I posted one last Friday and we'll get one up again this Friday. So thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for that video.